Uh.
Stupid.
Yo, you dead with stare to my face, nigga. I'll shoot you in your face, nigga.
Yeah.
I'll dead shoot you in your face, you pussy, nigga.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Nigga. Fucking mother, nigga.
You feel me?
Bro, God, I'm so trash.
Go and monkey with your titties out for attention because your father don't give it to you. Nasty ass titties, bitch. Nasty ass body.
Bro, what is monkey? No way. What? Bro. I might have to get another webcam. I'm gonna get another webcam just because so I can play monkey video chat. Oh my god, he looks. Yo, Arsh, are you doing a giveaway? Should I do a giveaway? I'm kind of down. Are you on the portrait? What should I give away? I should give away my red fox. One of these. I don't know what to give away either. They're on Steal a Brain Rot. Oh, I'm trying to grind. I was having way too much fun on Twitter. That's not fair. Wow, that still works. Ain't too busy.
Every single garment and I'm sparking like the sun. Small might fill the room and it won't clear until I'm done. LAX CDG, I booked it over lunch. Seconds on this month, I'm with the dogs, I'm with the runs. Keep acting sweet, I'll put your boyfriend in a blind. Gotta keep repenting all this evil in my cup. I slept with a fish, he told me that I'm serving cunt. Bitch, what the fuck? Where I know it's pressure though. Can't find rich bestie, she look like she off the methadone. Told you that I slide, but I can't lie, love is not set in stone. My friendly foe is what I can't condone. Yeah, oh my, I can't focus, think I'm tripping off my foresight. I told you that you were my world, oh what a cold lie. Playing until I'm dying. LAS CDG, I booked it over lines. Second sign this month, I'm with the dogs, I'm with the Rhymes. 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 I'm with the rhymes. He keep acting out, I put some boyfriend in the blame. Gotta keep repenting, I'll see what I might curve. I'll still live,
Yeah, no, bitch. Something to say. What should we playing? Playing Roblox. I might play Bed Wars. But Bed Wars is crap.
Am I dreaming?
Playing Roblox. I might play Bed Wars. Bed Wars is crap. Man, this music's a bit hitting. What is up, bro? Oh, it's Ari. What up, Ari? It's good seeing you again, man. Damn, it is 11 p.m. right now, remember? It's good seeing you, though. I'm happy to see you. Jack-o'-lantern. Ooh, you have a kid? What should we play though, chat? I'm very curious.
الو من هو؟
Song of the year. Yes.
وقردي وقردي عطية تتحفني وي صلاح حبيبي وش فيه تقولوا لا ما يصيرش فيه وقردي وقردي عطية تتحفني وي صلاح حبيبي وش فيه تقولوا لا ما يصيرش فيه قصدك الحب يعني لب ما ينفع وياك الطب ايش قصدك الحب يعني زبل ما ينفع وياك الطب عطيات شهادة الطلبة لازم نخلص بسرعة هذا والله ما حب هذا نفس هوانات لازم اسلم الدرجات في سفرة بعد شوية حب والله الحب زين احزن من زبال الحب صالح يرى عيونك جاهزة صالح احبك والله I'm not that innocent I'm not that innocent I'm not that innocent I'm not that innocent مجنون هناك مجنون
Sorry. What's up, Ari? I was supposed to be playing games. I got entrapped into old anime that I used to watch. That was a good anime, bro. Shout out to that. You know? Makes me think about Collect. No, you're lying. Bro, we need to watch Initial D, bro. We need to watch Initial D together. Man, I need to figure out how to like make a stream where you guys can talk to me more. Max power, maximum, you got it. So minimum. What the fart? I got 2 giant pinecone seeds. That's pretty rare. Okay. Come to me, my children.
Whoa! What the hell? I don't believe it. His right-hand countersteer was just a setup for the left-hand corner. Did I just get owned by the ghost of some dude that bid it on this pass, or what? That drift was flawless. Only someone who knows this mountain like the back of his hand could have pulled it off.
Keisuke, you get a load of that freak show?
Yeah. And my pride doesn't like it one bit. No mountain spec tuned FD should get served by some beat up 10-year-old clunker of an 8.6. No way am I gonna let this stand.
What's crazy is this came out in 1990 something. 1980 maybe. 10 years ago.
Shop, how can I help you?
That's funny.
Hey, Takumi. Rise and shine, Sleeping Beauty. Come on, up and at 'em. You got a phone call.
Tell Itsuki I'll call him back.
What am I, your secretary?
What's up, man? What's going on? Huh?
Bro, peak anime right
Hey,
here.
Takumi, over here.
Come on, you little punk. Where are you hiding? You've got to be part of the local scene, no doubt in my mind. You and this mountain go way back. I'm not leaving Akane till I get my rematch. Are you too scared to give a guy a fair shot at payback? Show yourself. The speed stars can bite it. There's only one reason I'm still hanging around this crap town, and it's you.
Wow.
Come on, you little punk. Where are you hiding? You've got to be part of the local scene, no doubt in my mind. You and this mountain go way back. I'm not leaving Akane till I get my rematch. Are you too scared to give a guy a fair shot at payback? Show yourself. The speed stars can bite it. There's only one reason I'm still hanging around this crap town, and it's you.
Baby, baby tonight.
My
asshole burns. Yo. How you doing? Gosh, hecking. Wow. Yo, thank you so much, honey. What the heck is your username? Thank you for the follow, though. How do you have two? This is like the most mutated plant I ever seen before. Wow. I can't believe your name is Horny Step, bro. That's an interesting name. Chat, look at the freaking headless horseman he gave me. Wow.
It is 2 a.m. and man, I was fucking tired today and I'm tired right now. So I'm about to head to bed. We'll see how it goes. I have a massive fucking speaker. It is a Google Home Max. Big motherfucker. It's like the size of this thing. Fucking MacBook. It's big. Bruh. I'm tired. I'm going to bed. Fuck y'all niggas. And see what happens. Fuck knows what happens.
Oh, no.
Bruh. Hey, good night, Chad. I'ma see you tomorrow, bros.
Baba Bowie.
Chicken nigga penis.
Baba Booey.
God forbid it bite you. Don't let it bite you. That spider bite you. Spider bite, boy. Spider bite.
Baba Booey.
Don't you just hate it when your cat wakes you up like this? Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow.
Baba Booey.
Yo, what up, Annie Dens?
Wait,
Hi,
no,
how am I?
Sid,
I'm
that
doing good.
Negro
How are you?
ass up, it's time to fuck women.
I'm gonna go crazy, bruh. I'm supposed to wake up early tomorrow. What the fuck?
Baba
I'm
Booey.
gonna convince myself this
Wake
work.
the fuck up, we gotta go to the spawn.
Ah, fuck up.
Oh shit! It's the final fucking boss.
Yeah, 28 U.S. Marines. 4 black. 4 landed.
Fuck you.
Scotland forever!
Hello, too mad I've been watching you for a good time now. You were really funny and helped me through some hard times, and I really respect you because of that. I hope you have a nice sleep stream. Just kidding, fat ass fucker. I hope you fall into a
What the
coma.
fuck?
Meow, meow, meow.
It's been 38 minutes already. Jesus Christ, what the fuck? Go to sleep.
I don't think
Froggy
it's gonna
has
work.
made his last leap.
Yo, what up, Violet Bestie? How was my day? Doing well. How's stream going? Going pretty well. How was yours though? I hope you had a good day. That's great. Nigga, 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 nigga. Oh, heart. Thank you. You're just a nasty ass Negro. You want to trade the shiny pack bee for my tiny green bean? A pack bee? Tiny green bean? I never had shiny pack bee before. What is up, Diana Craft? Oh, you guys are come saying hi. Welcome. How are you, man? I'm doing well. What up, Diana Craft? Thank you for saying hi. I'm seeing a lot of you guys. I wonder what made you come click. I'm glad to hear. Yeah, it's really funny. Oh, it's really tiny. Tiny mutation now. On green bean. Can I ask you something if you don't mind? Are you gonna promote me something? Like graphic arts or something? Because every time I said no. I don't know why. I just never had the use for them. Do people actually say yes? Is this like a good business model, or is it just something to do?
What the fuck? Oh my god.
Meow, meow. Let me put you to sleep.
Bro.
I'm gonna throw up.
Good night, girl.
Oh my god.
Meow, meow. Let me put you to sleep.
I'm gonna throw up.
Good night, girl.
Cowboys wanted to be fucked. Cowboys in the showers at rain.
Hi, too mad. I loved your content.
Hey, thank you.
I'm sorting.
I'm gonna throw up.
Good night, girl.
Cowboys wanted to be fucked. Cowboys in the showers at rain.
Hi, too mad. I loved your content.
Hey, thank you.
I'm sorting.
I know how to play the game, dog.
I'll stop now. Psych. DJ, spin that shit. Sup, my man. Hope you fall asleep soon.
Thank you.
Hi.
KFC and watermelon. KFC. Grape soda. Niggers.
I like your brain rot. Thank you. Never see it coming. Don't see till my money is out so light. KFC and watermelon. Okay, well, we wait.
I'll stop now. Psych. DJ, spin that shit. Sup, my man. Hope you fall asleep soon.
Thank you.
Hi.
KFC and watermelon. KFC. Grape soda. Niggers.
I love spending my money.
Nigger,
That was hopeful. FBI, open up! Full of crack right there.
Nigger.
Sleep tight, baby.
Thank you. I'm fucking dying.
KFC. What is he
Tight, my big
doing?
too mad baby boy.
Gotta get dip. Gotta get dip. Gotta get dip. Gotta get dip.
Fucking god, I need to sleep now. I'm extremely tired.
Scotland forever. Hello.
Yo, what is up? Bilson Bob's 13, bro. I got a headless horseman. Lucky. Are you serious? Lucky. That's like the best one right now.
Good night, girl.
Good night, girl.
Hamburger.
I'm so happy. I would be too, bro.
Baba Booey.
You sleep? Good night, girl. Nigga, wake your ass up. Good morning, hun. Here's some peaceful rainforest ambiance with quiet bird calls. Hope you have a restful sleep. Hey, it's time for school fatty.
He's covering
Okay,
his
Google,
ear.
what's my location?
Hey! I'm so tired. That shit was fucking terrible. Bruh. Peace, boys. I'll see you later. Bruh.
I do house calls with celebrities all over the country, bro. You hear me? Who are blessed like you. And sometimes it takes for somebody to come in and just speak a little life into them. That's what
Damn. What? I gotta go. Bye, Violet. Thank you for coming in and say hi.
That's why I'm here. He did this today because he loves you and cares about you, bro. But he's tired of you throwing your life away at 16, little bro. You got a big future ahead of you, bro. And if you don't turn this corner right now today, your future ain't gonna be the same tomorrow. That I can promise you. Go ahead.
I want you to look at my face. No, I'm in it. It's a lifestyle. Yeah.
About as one, but because on the internet right now. Not be said in the title.
Yeah.
Good evening, unemployed people. Just like I said in the title, Rakai is one of the most talked about young streamers on the internet right now. Not because of his talent, if he even has one, but because of how disrespectful he has been in almost every situation he's found himself in lately. At only 16 years old, he's already built a reputation for being chaotic, reckless, and constantly testing the limits of what people around him will tolerate. While his rise was incredibly fast thanks to his close connection with Kai Cenat, his attitude has caused endless problems. And for many viewers, it seems like his entire brand is based on being disrespectful or doing and saying some crazy ass shit.
Hey, Rakai. Hold on,
Rakai, you gotta chill, bro.
Yeah, what you keep doing with his daughter, bro? That's his daughter, man.
No, it's her. We're not ill, bro. She's 20.
Kev.
I'll be honest
Put a shirt on, bro.
That's the first time I almost.
Put a shirt on.
From Syracuse, New York, and only started gaining attention.
What the f she is?
Rakai comes from Syracuse, New York, and only started gaining attention because of how closely he was tied to Kai Cenat and AMP. He was positioned as part of the AMPG League, which is basically the younger version of Kai's group. Almost immediately, people noticed that his energy, voice, and mannerisms felt like a direct copy of Kai's, which is why some viewers called him Kai's clone or Kai's minion. But unlike Kai, who had spent years building a career and learning how to balance chaos with control, Rakai had none of that experience. Instead, his content leaned heavily into trolling, ignorance, and trying to shock audiences into sharing his clips. Like, before I got unemployed, I didn't watch much content about streamers at all because I had a life, but after I got unemployed, I went down this rabbit hole of cappuccino, ballerina, tra-la-la, and sooner or later, I was watching streamers, and this was my first ever clip of Rakai.
Brain, bro. Don't do that shit.
Stop fucking.
No. I saw the You saw something too?
I literally, that is what they were laughing at. It's because I said I got a whiff of his musk under his armpit.
Did you see? No, nigga, no. Don't try to do that sad method and try to look sad and shit, nigga. Brain.
I swear, man, this kid, guys, don't ever embarrass your fellow man in front of a lady like that. That shit is not cool. If Dabo really stank personality of his works at first because Twitch in 2025 has become more about short viral clips than about long streams. But it also means that Rakai's main tool for growth is being outrageous, which quickly turns into being flat out disrespectful. The disrespect became even more visible during Kai Cenat's recent massive subathon, which is one of the biggest streaming events of the year so far. Instead of treating the event with respect, Rakai caused some serious problems. He started trolling Dez, another personality tied to the group, who was trying to survive 30 days without smoking.
You really think if you vaping, bro, that's not okay, bro. Stop vaping. Bro. He just showed me recent videos you vaping, gang. Stop doing that shit, gang. Cause you want to go and troll him, and the whole time you vaping on the low. I troll him too much. You troll him the whole time. He got videos you vaping on the low.
You know how those people are during withdrawal. They need their own space. But Rakai didn't give a fuck about that and decided to troll him. The trolling escalated into a serious argument, with threats being made and slurs being thrown around, all in front of hundreds of thousands of live viewers.
Change your code.
Yo, hold on. Stop.
The problem wasn't just that Rakai was being childish, but that he was being childish during someone else's professional event, putting Kai in an awkward position where his closest circle was fighting publicly. For many people, this was the first time they saw how little respect Rakai biggest streaming events of the year so far. Instead of treating the event with respect, Rakai caused some serious problems. He started trolling Dez, another personality tied to the group, who was trying to survive 30 days without smoking.
You really think if you vaping, bro, that's not okay, bro. Stop vaping. Bro. He just showed me recent videos you vaping, gang. Stop doing that shit, gang. Because you want to go and troll him, and the whole time you vaping on the low.
They troll on a that for troll.
16! The nigga's a kid! He's a kid! He's a kid!
But there are plenty of 16-year-olds who are not like that. Even Kai and IShowSpeed were 16 once, and they weren't like that. This whole idea that if someone is young and does some crazy shit, they're automatically allowed to avoid accountability because of their age is killing society. At 16, we all know what's good or bad, and the fact that the people around Rakai keep tolerating his behavior will be bad for him as he grows up. People are even saying Rakai looks like the type of kid who has never been punished his entire life. He might turn into a Black Jack Doherty or something.
Go. Damn, what do you trade for low 6, 7? The fact that you know I have low 6, 7. You watch my clip, huh? I need a clip more then. For my low 6, 7? Do I even have it still? Did I get it stolen? It gives 200 million. Damn. I don't think I have it anymore. Just came. What? Well, he left. Well, back to it.
Damn. But the one thing I love about life is it always has a way of driving some sense into people's heads. What I don't like is the fact that we have to wait for someone to learn the hard way and lose everything when it can be prevented. The Overtime Megan incident pushed his spoiled persona even further. On stream, Rakai decided to bring up Megan's leaked content as a joke, despite the fact that it was private and inappropriate for him to talk about, especially given his age.
Overtime Meg! Overtime Megan? You ain't see the leak? That was crazy!
He's a wild boy.
Yeah, that was crazy!
You could see the expression on Kai Cenat's face. It was not looking good. Megan clapped back publicly, making Rakai look immature and disrespectful not only toward her, but toward women in general. For someone trying to grow in the streaming world, starting drama with other influencers in this way was both short-sighted and disrespectful. Once again, Rakai seemed to think that making a shocking comment for a laugh was more important than showing respect to others, and his young age was used as an excuse for behavior that most people agreed was simply wrong. If there was one event that summed up Rakai's attitude perfectly, it was his time at Streamer University, a program where younger creators were supposed to learn and build content. Instead of taking it seriously, Rakai treated it as a playground. The chaos reached new levels when he and others fired Orbeez at people, with one incident injuring a girl in the eye. What was supposed to be content quickly turned into real harm, and Rakai showed no real accountability for it. There were also countless fights, pranks, and moments where he disrupted others, proving that his disrespect wasn't limited to teachers or women. It extended to everyone around him. By this point, his brand wasn't just chaotic fun. It was dangerous and irresponsible, and many fans began to wonder how long Kai would keep letting it slide. The most frustrating part of all of this is how every single controversy Rakai finds himself in seems to follow the exact same pattern. He crosses a line, gets punished, laughs it off, and then does the same thing again. His age is always brought up as a shield, as if being 16 automatically means he doesn't know what he's doing. But the reality is, Rakai knows exactly what he's doing. He knows that acting reckless and disrespectful gets him attention, and he knows that the people around him will defend him because he's young. This cycle is what has allowed him to continue acting the way he does, and it's also what makes him such a polarizing figure. For every viewer that laughs at his antics, there are just as many who see him as a spoiled kid throwing throwing away opportunities that most people would kill for. But those are not the only times Rakai has been disrespectful. Oh no, we are not done. Another example came during his time in the classroom with Miss Amy, where his refusal to show even basic respect created one of the most infamous moments of his career so far. The incident started with something simple. Rakai and Toda showed up late for class, but instead of admitting it, he denied it over and over again.
Miss Amy. Miss Amy. Miss Amy. Was I late, yes or no? Miss Amy. What time did they walk into your classroom? I was watching from my phone. 11:00. No, I know. Holy Bible wasn't late. How you tell me? Oh my God! I walked into the gym at 10:59. I was not late. I see Toda coming like this. Trying to tell Miss Amy. Yeah, he came in late. I was on time.
When Miss Amy, who had been described as a patient and kind teacher, tried to correct him, Rakai kept arguing, making excuses, and refusing to listen. This guy literally had his hand on his dish and was pointing at Miss Amy, a grown woman, older or around the same age as his mother, while being spoken to. What could have been a small issue escalated because of his attitude. Miss Amy also said that he and Toda were throwing food at each other, disrupting the entire class, and making it impossible for her to continue teaching. The more people asked him to calm down, the more he doubled down, laughing and mocking instead of showing any understanding of the situation. The disrespect became so severe that Miss Amy, who had
Gosh, it wasn't enough when you pissed off Miss Amy. It wasn't enough when you came late. It wasn't enough when you used lie. It wasn't enough when you write 500 times about accountability. Guess what? Miss Amy. Yeah, I said it.
Like, I wonder, Miss Amy was nothing but kind to him, so why treat her like that? I don't get it. Even when faced with consequences, like the threat of losing his PS5 and some streaming privileges, Rakai continued to laugh, joke, and act as though nothing was serious. Eventually, the console was smashed as a way of teaching him a lesson, but instead of taking it to heart, Rakai mocked the entire situation, proving once again that punishments had no lasting effect on him. This led directly into the so-called prison doctor intervention, which was another attempt to wake him up to the consequences of his actions. The interventionist was brought in to make Rakai understand that he was being given an opportunity that millions of other kids his age would dream of, but that he was throwing it away by constantly disrespecting everyone around him. The doctor's message was simple. Kai Cenat had handed him a platform, and without Kai, he would have nothing. He reminded Rakai that vaping in class, throwing food, cursing at teachers, and even calling Kai slurs in front of millions of viewers were all signs of someone who didn't respect the hand that was feeding him. In most cases, a lecture like this might make someone pause and think about their actions, but Rakai's response was to say, "I don't care, I built this lifestyle."
I want you to look at my face. Look at my eyes, right?
Yo, thank you JNOBTT for the follow, man. Do you have cheekly glass?
I'm in it. It's a lifestyle. Yeah.
Which showed how little gratitude he had for the position he was in. This was arguably the peak of his disrespect, because it wasn't just directed at teachers or peers anymore. It was aimed directly at Kai, the very person who gave him the chance to be in the spotlight. Without Kai, Rakai wouldn't have the audience, the opportunities, or the platform he now has. Yet instead of showing gratitude or respect, Rakai continued to bite the hand that fed him by calling Kai names on stream, mocking him, and refusing to acknowledge how much he owed to him. Rakai proved that his disrespect wasn't just immaturity, it was becoming a defining part of his character. For viewers, this moment confirmed what many had suspected. Rakai wasn't just reckless, he was ungrateful. The pattern became impossible to ignore. No matter who tried to guide him, whether it was a teacher, a mentor, or Kai himself, Rakai responded with denial, mockery, or outright insults. He refused to hand over his phone when asked, he called authority figures names, and he treated every serious moment as a joke. Even when people around him tried to give him second chances, he found ways to turn it into another disrespectful moment. The consistency of this behavior made it clear that it wasn't just about being young or making mistakes. It was about a complete refusal to respect anyone else. What makes the whole situation even more frustrating is that Rakai does have potential. His energy, charisma, and ability to go viral are exactly what streaming audiences are drawn to. Even Kai has admitted countless times that he believes Rakai will be the biggest streamer.
I'll tell you right now, Rakai is going to be the biggest streamer in the world. He's going to be bigger than anybody you may know. I'm telling you, he's going to be the biggest streamer in the world. before he does that and shit, nigga, I'm just trying to make sure he's on the right path in real life. I'm telling you, gang. I'm telling you, he will. He's gonna be bigger than me. I'm telling you. He's gonna be bigger than anybody you may think is the biggest. I'm telling you, Chad. I'm telling you. But bro, his real life traits, it gotta change. I'm sorry, bro.
But that sounds like too much bootlicking. I don't think Rakai will ever top Aisho Speed or even Kai himself, especially with the direction he's heading. Maybe in another timeline, with more discipline and respect, he could have built a strong career as the next big name in streaming, but instead, his constant disrespect has overshadowed everything else. No matter how entertaining he might be, the conversation is always about the chaos, the fights, and the arrogance, rather than about his actual content. It's a waste of potential, and the only person to blame is Rakai himself. But at just 16, he still has time to change, though the window is closing quickly. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want to see more deep dives into the rise and fall of online creators, consider subscribing to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.
Although it's commonplace to present a false or exaggerated image of yourself online, very few people have done it as egregiously as D. Kane. Over the course of just a few months, he went from being a successful TikToker to being relentlessly ridiculed for pretending to be a member of MS-13, and finally to being exposed and eventually arrested for possession of illegal material involving minors. D. Kane's online presence was infamous from the get-go, as his main claim to fame, if we can even call it that, is being the definition of an Edgar. For those of you who aren't familiar with it, and honestly, neither was I up until this video's research, an Edgar is shorthand for Hispanic e-boys, trademarked by this one abominable haircut where their hair is lined up despite being straight and grown out. Now look, I know I shouldn't be talking about anybody's haircuts as my reputation clearly precedes me in that field, but regardless, Edgars have become notorious in the
Svinina Bombardino. Borbaloni Luliloli.
Latin American world, and consequently in American border states, for being basically Latino lightskins. But if being a stereotype wasn't enough for him, he was actually copying someone else who also fits that same mold. Murda Ricky, another Edgar TikToker who was way bigger than D. Kane would ever become. Seeing how much attention Ricky got, especially from girls, D. Kane started to do everything in his power to mimic him, and pretty soon after came the highly questionable thirst traps.
I'm playing with it a little bit.
For the sake of making money on this video, let's just say that the audio was talking about churros. But it was that one miserable post that began the TikTok career of D. Kane. Although I should note that his real name is Josiah Kane de la Fuente, which court records later reveal. I've often seen him attached to the name Dustin Kane Morris, which is actually the name of the brother of streamer Soda Poppin', who happens to also go by D. Kane online. But for the sake of not creating any confusion, from now on, I'll just refer to the video's topic prolific Decane as Josiah. Long before 2023, it was very clear that Josiah's objective was always to be attractive to TikTok girls. But like the bane of middle schooler Riz, no one cared who he was until he put on the Edgar. This may or may not have had to do with the fact that, despite being 22 years old at the time of his first post in 2023, Mr. Tip Real Creamy here stood at a whopping Godzilla-like, megalophobia-inducing 5'1". There's some controversy about this information since he occasionally says he's 3 years younger and 5'3", and purposely puts his hair up so he'd look taller. But again, court documents show him being listed at just 5'1" and being born in 2001, so I'm inclined to accept that figure as the real one. Without a doubt, the persona he put on was successful, as all of his early uploads have millions of views. But even at this point, Josiah was doing extremely questionable stuff. For example, in October 2023, he made a post to TikTok advertising his Twitter. Why is that questionable, you may ask? Well, on his Twitter, he had recently put up a video of himself engaging in intercourse with a girl. However, I absolutely strongly advise anyone watching this to not look it up because given his later arrests and convictions, it's possible that either the girl in the video is a minor or that the video was uploaded without her consent. Whatever the case is, it was another sign that Josiah was willing to do anything for clout with random TikTok girls. But the thing is, that immediately came at a cost. One of the few things people immediately picked up on was his tendency to present himself as a criminal, to the point of having the number 13 tattooed on his face. The idea behind this being to signal that he's a member of MS-13, a highly dangerous gang of which Josiah was absolutely not a part of, but he was more than willing to pretend he was for clout. 1 month into his TikTok notoriety, he already looked like he was facing the consequences of his actions, as in late November 2023, he randomly showed up with a black eye, and in late January of 2024, it happened again. Now, if you were an impressionable teenager, you could just assume that he got into fights, but the truth was much darker and more pathetic than you could ever imagine. Eventually, an actual lawyer got to looking at his case files and discovered part of the truth.
Assault with a deadly weapon. This was back on November 2023. He was out on bond. Let's see when his next hearings are. Oh, today, the 28th. He's got one. Wait, he's in court tomorrow? He's got jury trial tomorrow? Jury trial tomorrow.
As you can imagine, the average TikTok viewer isn't interested or capable enough to figure out how to access court records, so for the time being, no one was any wiser, and he continued to make a name for himself well into 2024, although his emphasis slowly switched from conventional posts to TikTok lives. The first big hurdle he had to face was with people taking issue with him being a copy of Murder Ricky. People were already turning on Josiah and becoming impatient with his antics. For example, he made this one post where he purposely added a bunch of typos to, I guess, make himself sound like more of a gangster, I guess. You leave me after I fought for you in everything that we had. The comments are appropriately making fun of him for it. For real, how could she do that? Yeah, I remember that time when he lured me. Yeah, I was so that he left me. I love him so much, bruh. He also made a post with a picture of what looks to be a court filing with his mugshot on it, although I haven't been able to find anything about an arrest from June 2024. This leads me to think that he either staged this and took his own Riz mugshot, or this is from when he got arrested on a DV charge, which may explain why he blacked everything out on the document so that no one would find out what he got processed for. In the same month he made this post, he reached a milestone in his TikTok streamer career. He started frequently taking part in the stream of Lalo Gone Brazy, a staple of this general community. This was super successful because up until this point, most of Josiah's comment sections were just flooded with thirsty girls who had fallen for the Edgar trance. And even when there were people calling him out, they were buried underneath mountains of positive posts. Lalo, however, gave a voice to everyone who found Josiah ridiculous, and he actually made some pretty good content out of it.
Because those tattoos, I feel like it's just betraying the image that you're really not.
If you saw me in real life, what would you do?
I'd probably laugh.
Exactly. You wouldn't touch me, brother.
I'll probably walk up to you trying to like pet you, you know, like you are the comedy, but you can't do comedy. Like, you understand what that means?
Does that make sense to y'all? Why would I rub someone?
I've been a what?
Is what? It's way changed.
I don't know.
Is a bit of our commission artists who will label themselves as older than 18 and have minors don't interact in their bio to avoid any potential confusion. Obviously, just because you don't have that doesn't mean you're doing something wrong, but despite knowing what kind of person is watching his TikToks, he goes out of his way to keep his age a mystery. Following their first encounter, Lalo and Josiah went on to have a lot of online interactions, which produced even more clips that went viral.
What's going on, bro?
Wasn't targeting his forced mispronunciations and his clearly penciled in eyebrows. Pretty much any of Josiah's self-presentation was fair game, as because all of it looked fake and performative.
Y'all pick for me. What should I smell like right now? Y'all let me know.
Ain't no way bro could only afford samples.
Samples?
Samples. Hey, bro, trying to say it all confident. Let me know what I should smell like. There's samples.
Really take it seriously. If this was the ultimate consequence of his fake persona, Josiah had it pretty good, as these streams were helping his online presence grow as well. The problem is, even if Lalo treated it like an act, Josiah did not. And a couple of weeks later, things got a bit dire for him. While we have two different recordings from different angles of this event, we don't actually have footage of what it was about. They took Josiah's chain from his neck. Unsurprisingly, he didn't do anything about it, although he said it was because he was on an ankle monitor and didn't want to violate his probation. And later on, he started telling a tall tale about how, after they stopped recording, he made the guy run laps around the mall in fear of what he may do. This was a far cry from the hardened gang member he tried to pretend he was on TikTok. So of course, the mockery from this point onward went up a notch.
We were walking. Kids are dressed in pajamas and you got praised by kids that just woke up in pajamas. Bro, you're so, tú también, you're bro, todo menso. Go out in public by yourself? Do you understand? Now you're not a regular kid like you were before I met you. Now you're somebody popping. Now you're like me. Yeah, bro, you're getting snatched.
A weak reputation. And the next person to highlight it was rapper Lefty Gunplay, who joined one of these streamers to talk to him.
Where you at, Texas?
Yo.
Were you a 13? You sureño?
You know what I'm saying?
Where you from? Oh, bang your shit.
For pretending to be a gangster, Lefty was actually gang affiliated. More and more, Josiah found himself engaging with people who actually were what he was pretending to be. And he'd already gotten in at least one real-life altercation over it, so his future wasn't exactly looking bright. Even Lalo got concerned about it.
Bro, and honestly, DK, when Lefty was telling you all that stuff, like, hey, where you from? You're like, bro, you know what it is? I got that 1 and that 3. You know what it, bro. DK, I promise you, DK, I'm not saying this in a bad way. You are not a member. You not know who you are. So the moment you come impersonating something that you ain't, it's over for you, bro. I'm trying to put you on the right path, bro. I'm not hating on you.
For the time being, it seems that the realization of how people really saw him set in, and Josiah leaned into the less self-serious aspects of his online presence.
Okay, hubby bubby, give me a kiss.
You give me a kiss.
Where do you want it?
You know where I want it.
Oh, wrong line right now. Okay, DK, you make me blush. I'm gonna go, okay?
Alright, I love you.
His online presence, him set in, and Josiah leaned into the less self-serious aspects of his online presence.
Okay, hubby bubby.
You know where I want
it. Hey, in late July
Okay, I love you too.
Wow, it looks like Lefty was right. This guy's gay. In late July 2024, Josiah gave an interview to Junior Stuber, and some interesting things were said. After reiterating the claims that he's from El Salvador and that he's 5'8", Josiah suggests that his girlfriend at the time is pregnant, not by accident, but instead because Josiah specifically wanted to have a girl, hoping one day he'd have up to 4 kids. Again, while this seems harmless at the time, it takes on a much darker meaning later on. However, it doesn't seem like his girl was really pregnant at this time anyway, so this was probably just another one of the many lies he randomly tells for clout. Further into the video, Josiah claims he never even finished high school, dropping out in the 6th grade, which really explains a lot of what we've seen so far. Ultimately, despite constantly talking about how much his baby mama is the only thing that matters to him, and how he's not interested in any other women in the interview, his new family man act was pretty short-lived. On the 20th of August, a TikToker by the name of Poncho Does It Better made a post regarding serious allegations surrounding Josiah.
So this is where DK reaches out to the girl. The white toe is doing it for me. Vids of them need the vids right now. And then the girl said, just to prove that his baby mama wasn't lying, he was desperate for those damn pata pics. Sheesh Louise. And then right here she sent the screen recording so you guys know it's legit. clicks on the profile. There you go. And then I asked if there was more. She said, I don't. This guy just reacted to my story out of nowhere. I didn't even know who he was at the time. I'm 61 backwards, by the way. He likes brr.
On their own, these look pretty bad. To go out of your way to conceal your real age
backwards.
is one thing, but to go around online telling girls that their white toes are doing it for you without asking their age, I mean, that is another level. But it actually gets worse.
And then this other quinceañera reached out to me, and DK had told that girl that he was 71 backwards.
So here's another message of DK lying about his age. The girl told him that she's a quinceañera, and then he said, oh, all right, I'm a 71 backwards. And then she says, oh, I thought you were like 19 or something, but what you doing today? So the girl who sent me those screenshots was allegedly his ex, but I can agree, DK is a brr because I'm a freshman. DK told me he was 71 backwards and was fine to be with me, but we never became public about our relationship online because he didn't want to. I also have messages to prove that we were together in the past.
Lying about his age to pretend to be a minor. Classic groomer predator move. So far, there's 2 different minors who provided evidence of Josiah sending them DMs, and although it is damning enough, it can't hold a candle to an interview Pancho got with Josiah's actual ex.
So let me just do an introduction to you for everybody here that's kind of new. Everybody, this is DK, Mr. Puzzle's ex.
Hey guys, I literally asked him how old he was, and he was like, go look at my famous birthday. So I did, and then it said 20. I was like, you're 20. Oh, I was like, oh, I'm 16. He was like, okay, that doesn't matter. As long as we don't tell anybody, you're gonna be an adult anyway. So I think that's what he said.
So in other words, he pre-ordered you.
Sure.
If it wasn't clear here, instead of just saying his age, Josiah told her to look at his famous birthdays page, which has the wrong year. In reality, he was 3 years older, and the situation immediately got worse.
So you started dating him, whatever the case is, and then when did it start turning ugly? Like, how did you guys, are you the one that allegedly was pregnant by him?
Yes, actually.
So you were embarazada by him?
Yeah.
Okay, this shit's boring. Boring. Hold on. We chillin' though. It's like hell late too. I should get some sleep. Ugh. Sleepy. In the forest, got me feeling like I'm a forest. Murdock, private, SpongeBob defense, Cody the defense, Beverly the guns, get the brain, baby brain, go, fake, hover, mystery, priest, of crafts. Damn, I don't know what to play. But
Okay. So then, if you don't mind me asking, let's get serious here. If you don't mind me asking, what ended up happening?
How do I put it? He's psycho. He's a midget that's psycho. He beats not only on females, he beats on his grandparents actually too. His grandma.
The abuelito?
Yeah, those charges. He says, "Oh, look at my charges." 2 of those charges are from his grandma and his grandpa for stabbing them. Okay.
whoa, that's honestly crazy.
Remember those charges the lawyer was looking at earlier? Those same charges that he flaunts all the time to prove he's a real criminal? Well, they actually come from this guy trying to slime both of his grandparents out with a butter knife. Who in their right mind is going life or death with geriatrics? Apparently, copying Murder Ricky was not enough for Josiah, so he went for more of a Jake Paul approach to being an influencer. Once he had cleared out the geriatric division, he moved up to fighting a much more threatening opponent, his girlfriends.
Is that why he has the ankle monitor? Is that for that reason, or is there another reason?
That's actually a reason. That's another reason. It's because that's also one of the reasons. But he, his ex-girlfriend, the one that's on his Twitter, something. She had kicked him out one day, and he went outside. I don't even believe it's true. He went outside. He thought this girl was her, but he just said he got kicked out by her. He thought it was her, and then
Ooh, pets. Maybe octopus or a dragonfly. I have both. Bro, now he's doing the seal method. That's insane. Look at this guy. This guy's interesting. Okay, now he's back at it.
he was trying to talk to her, and then she was like, something with her boyfriend. Her boyfriend came out of nowhere with the bat, and D King pulled out a knife and stabbed the guy in the school. And that black guy wasn't because he got in a fight or anything. It's because he got hit with a metal bat in the back of the head.
Damn. Wait, so I have to. Well, I'll ask this at the end, but okay. So then he was abusive to you allegedly on this account?
Yes. It got bad. It got bad, but it wasn't like, oh, I was letting him beat me. I was also, being defensive.
Okay.
Because I'm not gonna let no man beat me.
Yeah.
But yes, it got to the point where we got in this one big argument, and he got mad. He actually broke my pink phone. The pink phone that his whole audio thingy, he broke that. 2, he because he got caught cheating. And then 2, we got in a big argument. I literally pushed him not too hard. Like, bro, you're legit. You can go flying, but I didn't push him that hard.
Yeah.
Turn around. I'm standing up by the couch, and he turns around. He looks at me, and then he literally slaps me so hard. He starts laughing. And
damn. Like we're talking about.
Yes, like one of those competitive slaps.
Okay.
And he laughs, and he's like, ah, ha, ha, like, you're funny, like, I could do it again, I can do it again, I wish I did it even harder. So from there, he was like, don't make me slap you. Like, anytime we got into an altercation, he'll be like, don't make me slap you how I did last time. So that's why he has those bruises on his, I don't know if he showed you on the live, because I know I saw that he showed it on the live. But he has bruises on his chest from me, from him choking. Y'all, he put me in a headlock 3 or 4 times to the point I couldn't breathe. And I told him to let go. And he was like, are you done yet? Are you done yet? I was like, I'm done. Because he didn't want me to get his phone. That's why he did it.
As bad as dropping a boss rootin' palm strike on your pregnant girl is, putting her in multiple headlocks is an absolute violation. Listen, I understand Stockholm Syndrome and trauma bonding as a concept, but how do you stay with a 5'1" gremlin who regularly goes Goldberg on you? Keep in mind, this girl he was reenacting Monday Night Raw with is the same girl he was crying over on stream so that his fans would make sad edits of it on TikTok. I don't think it gets any more pathetic than that. After telling her story with Josiah, she concludes it on how they they broke up, which is that after an argument, he went to sleep downstairs. When she went downstairs, she found him asleep on the phone with a girl, and after going through his phone, she found he was regularly in contact with dozens of other girls, many of whom were minors, and kept hundreds of pictures and videos of all sorts of inappropriate things. However, she also confirms that his main interest with all of the girls he was in contact with was, as she puts it, pata pics. That one screenshotted DM about toes was not a one-off. It was his go-to. He tried to score those off every girl he spoke to, including his own girlfriend's sister.
I ain't gonna lie, like, I was with him, I get that, but then I found out he was talking to my own sister, falling asleep on the phone with my own sister, my stepsister. That's 15. Just turned 15, y'all. Okay. Yeah, no, you got me fucked up. We're not doing that.
With those allegations out of the way, she then goes on to confirm a few other things about him. For starters, as many people already speculated, he wasn't Salvadorian, and he used a makeup kit coloring pencil to paint his eyebrows and mustache on every single day. Lastly, it turns out that his grandma paid for his legal costs and let him use her car, which means he probably didn't have any of the money he pretended to have on TikTok. His criminal record, his gang membership, his relationships, his money, his age, his height, even his mustache and eyebrows. Literally everything about this guy was not real. After a decent amount of investigation and talking to the girls that had been targeted by Josiah, Poncho decided to confront him directly on a stream. In his defense, Josiah claimed that the girl Poncho spoke to had lied about her age, and then proceeded to show 3-week-old DMs between them where the downward arrow was clearly visible. Yet, he acted like those were their last communications. To make himself look even more stupid, after acting like conversations from 3 weeks before were recent, he went on to show DMs that were even older, from late July, as if they were exchanges that happened later. In both of these screenshots, you can literally see the date on them, so I don't know what the point of him even trying was. When Poncho started bringing up all the teenage girls Josiah was asking for toe pics, there wasn't really any defense or response. He just alternated between claiming the screenshots were fake or saying that the girls had lied about their age. Perhaps the saddest and darkest part of this entire stream was when Josiah's current girlfriend showed up, saying that Josiah never hit her and that, in actuality, she fell. Listen, I'm not making any accusations here, but that sounds very dubious. Ultimately, Josiah was on thin ice, and it started affecting his online presence outside of Poncho's audience, as the next time he showed up on Lalo's stream, the mood had completely changed. Not only was the chat getting flooded with people calling him things like Pedo Kane and P. Diddy Kane, but Lalo himself also decided to call out Josiah.
All of that. You know, we did our research, went around town, went around real quick.
I've been showed my paperwork.
It spread like the coronavirus.
I've been showed my paperwork.
First thing I'm gonna talk about, how are you with a 16-year-old girl? Oh, prove that. Okay, that's the first thing. You're with a 16-year-old girl and you're 23, okay? Second, a knife. How you gonna do that? But I'm just assault charges.
Posts. Lalo was Josiah's entry into this larger community, and by the looks of it, that bridge had been completely burned. Left trying to pick up the pieces of his and bot with his TikTok posts, Lalo was in a lot of ways, despite the traction he got with his TikTok posts, Lalo was Josiah's entry into this larger community, and by the looks of it, that bridge had been completely burned. Left trying to pick up the pieces of his already demolished reputation, 1 month later, a second ex-girlfriend interview hit the towers. As a matter of fact, it was the same girl who was arguing with Poncho during his stream with Josiah, and said she didn't get hit, but just fell. While she was still clearly trying to downplay the more egregious aspects of his behavior, she wasn't being successful. The first red flag to show up is her description of him suddenly hiding his phone from her, despite both of them having access to each other's phones up until that point. Of course, this made her suspicious, so when she managed to go through it, he apparently had amassed the contacts of over 900 girls on his phone. She also confirmed the allegations regarding Josiah's pata preference, but said she wasn't aware of any minors he was in contact with outside of his ex. Lastly, she reiterated the same claims about his fake mustache and eyebrows, not only to Poncho, but also to Lalo.
I got another good question that a lot of people would love to know. Does he paint his eyebrows and his mustache?
Yes, he was wild, wet and wild. Not even not even Sephora brand. I tried to put him on. I'm like, can you use Sephora, or like I have a better brand for you that won't smear, because that shit would get on me.
So far, her testimony was matching the other girls' claims to a T, but it differed as to how their relationship ended. As he started signaling that he didn't want to be together anymore, doing things like going to the club all the time by himself, she decided to get the jump on it and end the relationship. But this wasn't exactly tolerated by Josiah.
So then I just grabbed my stuff, and then let's just say I wasn't able to leave. Grandparents didn't allow me to leave either. And cops were involved. And it got bad. And yeah, it's just, I don't want to talk about it. It got kind of like, it just got bad. That's kind of what sparked the argument too, because like, I had a vape, like, you know, a pen, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And he didn't like that I was, he didn't want to let me like smoke or anything.
Initially, she clams up on the topic of their breakup. She doesn't really want to talk about it. But slowly, she circles back around to clarify some stuff.
He was like, so after I told him I want to be done, he was like, okay, give me my stuff back. But back. And I was like, okay, like, I was like, no. So he was like, okay, so he took my phone. So then I'm like, oh, all right. So then I grabbed the purse and I put it around me, and I put my keys in there, and I was like, all right, as long as I have my keys, I'm good.
Yeah.
And then at that point, I go to the closet and just start kind of packing my stuff. And then he comes behind me and then just like grabs me or whatever. And then I'm just trying to get out. And then I call for the grandparents' help, and they come, but they're like telling him like to chill out. But then he tells them that he's not trying to let me leave. And they're like, we'll give him the stuff back and then we'll let you leave. So I got mad and I'm like, what? Like,
Wait, but it was a gift though, right, for you?
that's what I'm saying. Like,
Besides the pettiness of trying to take a gift back, she also mentions that the promise ring Josiah got her was partially paid for by her own mom, meaning it wasn't really Josiah's to take back. To further bolster this story, she showed the police report to prove that the cops had really come, and provided a video of her halfway out of his window, asking for people outside to call the cops for her, because Josiah had her phone and didn't want to give it back.
You're not letting me leave, dude. So yes, I look embarrassing and I have to sit on a windowsill because he's not letting me leave and his grandparents aren't here. Tell them how you just laid your hands on me right there.
I did. Show me the bruises.
My fucking back is on.
But if you had bruises, wouldn't you want to show them? If you had bruises, wouldn't you want to show them to the camera? Because your legs look fine.
I wanted you to do it the right way and call the cops.
Your legs look fine.
You didn't grab my legs, bro. You grabbed me by my arm.
Oh, so if you had bruises, wouldn't you want to show them to the camera?
I would, but I'm not taking off my jacket because I have a bra on. I have a bra on.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Instead of recording me, you could call the cops and we can get this set.
I'm not going to. I don't need the cops.
Somebody call the cops!
Alright, yeah. Don't be yelling like that.
Somebody call the cops! Somebody call the cops! Somebody call the cops!
Hey, alright.
Dude, bro.
After the cops got there, she managed to leave, and later on, she found out Josiah was back with his previous partner. Yes, the one who was 17. Despite having his name dragged through the mud and being relegated to a joke, Josiah didn't suffer any legal consequences for his actions. A month later, he did an interview where he talked about getting into an altercation with someone at the club and how he was backed up by his friends, I guess trying to rekindle his image as a tough guy. Later on in the year, however, this once again fell apart, as video evidence came out of him getting into a fist fight with girls and losing, getting his lip all busted in the process. The year of 2024 ended about as poorly as possible for Josiah, who had lost most of the momentum he had built up until June, but the worst was yet to come. Just 2 weeks into 2025, local newspapers reported on an incident in which Josiah was at a restaurant with another minor TikTok influencer by the name of Ash Trevino, when an unknown woman approached them and began arguing with Ash. The argument quickly escalated, the cops were called, and when they arrived, they found Josiah with an illegal firearm. The police report on the incident provided plenty of context, establishing that a group of 12 to 15 individuals had gone to the restaurant, allegedly with the intent to dine and dash due to a TikTok trend. The first conflict was actually between a waiter and a mutual acquaintance of Ash and Josiah by the name of Marco. When the waiter informed them that their food wouldn't be served, because left. When the restaurants, Marco became aggressive and threatened to pull out a gun, at which point the waiter left. When the restaurant staff returned, the group was already gone, opting to go to a rainforest cafe instead. Unfortunately for them, the police had already been informed of the altercation and followed them to the rainforest cafe, expecting to find at least one person with a firearm. When they got there, they began asking all of the parties present if they had firearms on them, and it turned out that multiple of them did. They were all detained, with Marco being charged with unlawful carry under the age of 21 and terrorist threats. Meanwhile, Josiah's girlfriend, Desiree, claimed that the gun she was found in possession of actually belonged to Josiah. This led to him being charged with illegal possession of a modified firearm on top of violating his bond. However complete the report is insofar as how this situation went down, many of the details are filled in by people who were watching their streams leading up to the arrest. According to Reddit users, Desiree was waving the gun around in public, apparently in response to a local DJ who said he would pay bail to anyone that attacked Ash Trevino. From this information, it's possible that they knew and maybe even expected an altercation to happen, but thankfully the cops intervened before anything more serious could go down. In a call from jail, Josiah seemed pretty unconcerned and confident he would be out soon, but despite this being likely, his charges and his bond conditions were piling up, which didn't look good at all. Perhaps signaling that he didn't have enough money at his disposal to deal with his situation, an attorney eventually reviewed his case, only to find out he had a public defender.
Appointed attorney requested. All that money you made on TikTok, and in the end, we're paying for it. You know, the hey, I got all this money and this, that, the other, and blah, 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 blah. Bro has a public defender.
But probably the most depressing aspect of all of this is that Desiree, Josiah's girlfriend, genuinely seemed like she got roped into it by him. In a Facebook post, her stepmother came out to say, I am D. Kane's girlfriend's stepmother. My husband and I are upset about this whole situation. We even tried to warn her and tell her to stay away from him, but she is an adult and there wasn't much else we could do. The night this all happened, she texted my husband and told us what was going on. Next thing we knew, she wasn't responding and we knew that she had been arrested. She then called us from jail and told us that D. Kane or his people were going to bond her out. No one reached out to me, and that stupid grown woman Ash that is in her 30s should be taking care of her own kids instead of hanging out with a bunch of kids. Owned! We are currently posting her bond, so she will be out soon.
What up, Robert?
And for those weirdos and trolls that don't believe me and think I would make up such embarrassing
Low-key, I was getting involved with that. DK's a predator, dog. Also, what should we play, though? I'm thinking about playing Fortnite, honestly. And honestly, why not? Man, that guy's crap. Oh, he just left. Good. Add me, Icebird. Bet. Sorry, I just exited it. I'll go back.
things, I will leave proof as well. She was innocent in the whole thing and was just hanging around people that obviously didn't care about her. D. Kane always tried to control her, and I did add a video for proof as well. This is a nightmare for us, and I ask that you please put yourself in our place instead of judging. This is the video attached.
You do me a favor? What? Throw this charger. Alright, give me your phone too.
Why?
Yeah, cause I said. Don't ask me no why. Go.
Crazy. What should we even play? I thought about playing Fortnite, but there's something else we can do. Let's see. Dangerous AMV driver. That's funny. My Tycoon. NFT battle. 6-7 clicker. 6-7. I'm literally looking at 6-7. Thank you for 6-7 though. I like 6-7. Fish It? I never played Fish It. Is it fun? It's pops. Hangout Town. Chipakai. Auto roll. Let's try this. Dangerous AM TV. Trade dragon. Oh, you have a mega dragonfly? Lucky. That was a cool game. Join me? Okay. Ooh, I got Shane Gleam. got Irene. Damn. That was fun. That was cool. Punch wall. Girl, I might go to sleep actually.